Anyway. So where did we leave off? I think Vera had, well, she didn't faint in court. She was found with traces of atroquinine in her digestive system, so she's in the hospital. So right now we're looking at data from 7 years ago to kind of help solve the case that we're in right now. So, and I believe we are very close to finishing this game. I don't know if we'll finish it tonight, maybe tomorrow. Let's go ahead and load our last save state, which was this one, I think. Yes. Officer Meekins. We do not seem to have enough information for this Cyclock either, so we're gonna have to move. Does anything to talk about? Did we show him everything? I think we did. Oh, that's what we were looking at. I think we already examined. Alright, let's go to Wright & Co. Law Offices. Here we go. There's Charlie! 7 years ago, Wright & Co. Law Offices. Trucy! Ooh, morning, Daddy! Ah, I'm so glad you came. You okay, Daddy? They picking on you? I am fine, as always. This old boy is here to help me, after all. That's young man to you. Good morning. That's a cute outfit you have on. Thanks! My first show is today, after all. 2 weeks had passed since then. I called her into my office. Aww. Trucy, there's something we need to talk about. It's been 2 weeks since your father disappeared. We need to start thinking about your future. I did some calling around. This is hard to say, but you have no living relatives. So I was wondering if you want to stay with me for a while. Just until your daddy comes home. It won't be long. I hope. Of course, it's totally your choice. If you don't like it here, you can go wherever you'd like. I could look up some places you might like to stay at. This is so weird. Mr. Attorney, Daddy told me about you. He said I could trust you. Huh? Really? So, if I stay here, does that mean you'll be my family? Huh? I guess so. Getting weirder. Mr. Attorney? Actually, why don't you call me Nick? Or you can call me Daddy if you'd like. It doesn't have to be today or anything. Okay. Say, Daddy. That was quick. Yes? If I move here, I have to switch schools, right? And I was thinking, I haven't paid for lunches at my last school for a year. So thanks, Daddy. Oh, in this office, it's a little blah. A little color goes a long way, you know? Ah. Oh, and Daddy? You got fired from work, right? Don't you worry one bit. I'll work twice as hard. We'll make it through this. Trucy, how old are you? Oh, I'm 8. But don't let appearances deceive you. I'm a young professional. Stick with me and you'll do just fine, Daddy. Thanks. Why does it feel like she's already in charge? She is a little girl. The little girls are always in charge. Let's see. She's so cute. Let's look around. Let's see the Gatewater Hotel. You can still see that hotel from the window here. Every time I look out, I think back on those old cases. I wonder if the view looks different now that I'm not wearing my old badge. I really dig the far-out view, Daddy. Thanks. She must have learned a lot of words from her parents. My mentor's favorite plant, Charlie. I guess watering Charlie's my only real job now. Wait, I have a child now! I can't feed Trucy like this! She probably needs more than the occasional watering, too. I'm guessing. Did he ever go see this movie? An old movie poster hangs on the wall. I finally found out the title after not knowing for the longest time. I actually rented the movie the other day. Cried my eyes out. Ah! Just thinking about it makes me tear up. Wait, it's just allergies, really? I should show it to her when she's a little older. Wait, what was it called again? Oh, he finally saw the movie that was it Mia's favorite or Maya's? I don't remember. My desk. Not that I have any reason to sit there anymore. I guess Trucy can use it. It's great for studying math, English, geography, magic. Ah! I'm not crying, I've just got some dust in my eye. Quite the collection of law books. My mentor bought all of them. I used to be too busy to read them. Now that I have the time to read them, there's no need. But I can't just sell them. Maybe Trucy will want to read them someday. Nah. Alright, I think that was it. Let's go ahead and talk about Office. So, Daddy, you got fired from being a lawyer, right? You could at least kind of look aside or something when you say that. It's actually kind of hard for me. For Daddy. Oh, I'm sorry, Daddy. Wait, is that foolish pride? My other daddy always used to talk about that. Actually, that's pretty accurate. So here's my idea. We'll make a new office. Law just seems so stiff, doesn't it? And no one will be my friend at school that way. Well, that won't do, I guess. I just don't know much about anything other than law. Or even much about law, if you were to ask some people. Maybe the problem is calling it an office. We should run an agency instead. You mean, like a talent agency? Forgive me for asking, but doesn't that require talent? You got me, don't ya? No, you got me, don't ya? I'm a professional. A professional? Yep. After all, I am directly descended from the famous Zach Gramarye. Directly descended? He's your father. Oh, and now I'm directly descended from the famous Phoenix Wright, too. I think an 80-year-old just messaged my ego. Oh, an 8-year-old, sorry. Massaged my ego. Again with the reading too fast. Daddy. Could you tell me a bit more about your daddy, Zach Gramarye? Daddy? Sure thing, Daddy! Which daddy was that again? Daddy's so amazing. The biggest star of Troop Gramarye, and they're big! The Gramaryes. They were on television a lot. I haven't seen them on much recently, come to think of it. Big magic happens when you put Zach and Valiant Gramarye together, you know? Once they made a giant waterfall right there on the stage, and this giant trout swam up the giant waterfall. Let me guess, there was a giant fisherman waiting for him at the top? I wish I could have seen more of Daddy's magic. Ack! I shouldn't have brought it up so soon. I wonder what'll happen to me, with Daddy and Mommy both gone. Mommy? Yeah, what about Mommy? I haven't heard anything about Trucy's mother. But I have my magic, and a great daddy even if he is unemployed. You know, I think things are going to be okay. I wonder if she'll talk about her mother. The professional. So, Trucy, you're a professional? Yes! It's like that thing they say. Baby frogs grow up to be frogs? They say that? I always thought it was funny though. What was? Aren't baby frogs called tadpoles? Maybe they thought it would be easier to understand that way for kids. How stupid. Right. So in conclusion, you're a professional magician, Trucy. That's right. Well, wanna see a trick? You're going to do a magic trick? Yes, show me. Bring me my badge back. Actually, I would like to see your trick. The future of the agency depends on it, after all. That's the spirit. Ready? Here goes. Ta-da! Hey, folks, it's Mr. Hat. I gotta say it's good to be seen. Yarg! Whoa, that was startling. The amazing Mr. Hat, isn't he great? Your friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat at your service. He certainly makes an impression, doesn't he? Haha, I'm so glad you like him, Daddy. Though my routines do get a bit heady at times. Ha! Get it? Heady? My friendly neighborhood Mr. Hat nearly gave me a heart attack. The amazing Mr. Hat added to the... Okay, this is something we needed for... Cyclops. Mommy! Could you tell me about your mommy? If it's okay. Mommy was so pretty. She was like an angel up on stage. On stage? You mean with your daddy? Yep! She was always there with Zach and Valent, smiling. But then she went away. Went away? It was a grand illusion, but she made a mistake. She vanished, and I guess she didn't know how to get back. Maybe so. I cried then, a lot. That's when Daddy gave me this. Here. This is your mother? She's beautiful. Her name's Thalassa. Thalassa Gramarye. Poor girl. I didn't know her mommy had gone missing. And now her daddy's vanished too, right before her eyes. Hey, Daddy, you won't... Don't worry, I won't vanish. I promise. Right! You can't even do magic. You're like a backup plan. Daddy always said to have a backup plan. I guess all I rate as is a backup plan. Alright, now that's another thing for a Cyclops, I think. I think that's probably enough for today. Sorry to ask you so much all at once like that. It's okay. After all, we're family. I just hope you're ready. The Right Talent Agency opens tomorrow. What? What? But are we representing anyone? Me and you. That makes two, Daddy. I think you need more than that to make an agency. Besides, you may be a magician, but I am no talent. Oh, I'm sure there's something good you're good at. Well, when you put it that way. You mean you don't have any tricks? No old standbys? This will not do. A boy should always have a trick or two in his pocket. Okay, I'll think of something. That's the spirit. See you bright and early tomorrow, Daddy. Welcome to the team, Daddy-o. The team, right. She's so cute! Sometimes when magicians vanish, they leave something behind. That's how Trucy became Trucy Wright, my daughter. To be honest, I was pretty lost there those first few days. Thinking back on it, it was a pretty dark time in my life. But Trucy, happy, smiling Trucy, she was my light. Okay, so we're done there. Let's go to Drew's studio. "7 years ago, Drew's studio. I figured you'd come here sooner or later." Ugh. I decided on sooner. Drew Misham, was it? I haven't done anything illegal. And I didn't come here to whine about past events. I wanted to ask you some questions. I suppose you have that right. That day, the entire court descended into chaos. Only you stood still, your eyes calmly watching. I admit it made quite an impression on me. I'm used to finding myself in outrageous situations. Phoenix Wright, was it? I'll answer what I can. I'm not sure, but it feels like I'm being watched. Intensely. Aw, she's cute too. She has a little, bear sketchbook or something. Ah, this is my daughter. Vera, say hello. She's gone. Shall we begin then? Let's look around. Oh, I can look around everywhere. There are some finished paintings stacked here. They don't look all that bad, really. I'll sell you one for 50 cents. That's okay. They look kind of heavy. Oh. Maybe he needs to work on his sales technique a bit. There's the red envelope. Maybe I'll just sidle on over here for a closer look. I don't know what word that was. That's a pretty bottle. Ah, don't touch that, please. I'll get in trouble. It belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. She looks at it often. There's a light pink fluid inside. Nail polish, I'm guessing. That's an awfully small frame. What's that inside it? A stamp? Ah, please don't touch that. I'll get in trouble. That stamp belongs to Vera, you see. She always puts it somewhere she can see it. Oh, cool, we get to see it. That's Zach and Valent, the Grammarys, isn't it? The post office issued that commemorative stamp last year, when the Grammarys were at the height of their popularity. Not anymore. Now that one of them has vanished off the face of the earth. Vera went to see one of their shows when she was quite small. She's been a dedicated fan ever since. She watched them every time they came on TV. Until the end. I see. That seems quite hard to come by, I hear. I still wonder how she got her hands on it. Commemorative stamp added to the court record. Okay, this is you and Vera? Yes. Yes, we took that one quite recently. I know I'm a painter. Why not paint a portrait instead? I've never been that good at people, unfortunately. Ah, right. Shouldn't you practice? It's easier said than done, believe you me. I didn't look at this, I don't think. What's this red envelope? Oh, don't touch that. That's, it's quite important. The painter's face just changed hues. Guess I'd better behave, though. It's tempting to just grab it. He's weak. He won't be able to take it away from me. You use these gizmos for painting? They're pretty elaborate. Ah, those. Those aren't for painting. They're for analyzing. Paint composition, age, every conceivable angle. Tools of the forgery trade, I guess. You use these gizmos for painting? They're pretty elaborate. Okay. Paints and pigments are lined up on the shelves with some noticeable gaps. It's embarrassing, but I can't afford all the paints I want. I insist on buying the ones I use with my own money. I can see how you'd want to do that, sure. Perhaps you've heard that you can make any color, as long as you have the 3 primary colors. Well, it's a lie. Poor guy. What's this painting here? Ah, that's one of mine. It's an illustration for a book. It's not on sale yet, of course, but I thought it might be a good business. As a father, I'd like to be able to put food on my daughter's table. Not a feeling I know anything about. At least, not yet. Ah, going home by any chance? No, I was just checking out the door. Oh. Good thing I'm far too stubborn to take hints like that. Okay, that's how I was looking at the book and not the door. Okay. Paints are scattered all around, probably the ones he's currently using. There's something very artistic about a messy room. Not that this is anything compared to my office. I guess it would make my office a masterpiece. I think that's everything. Let's go ahead and talk. Mr. Mission. Judging from this place, you're a painter? Not, sadly, a profitable one. I've never sold a painting. It's a source of considerable embarrassment. I would be able to get by were it only me. Your daughter? Her mother grew weary of me and left. I don't want her to grow up needy, Mr. Wright. That is why I began my other occupation. Forgeries. The forgeries. And don't look at me with those eyes. I know what it is that I do. More than half of the paintings they bring me are stolen. And who knows what my copies are used for. But some of your works aren't paintings, correct? You may not believe me when I tell you this, but that was my first work outside of painting. What? To think it would be used as evidence in a murder trial. I never even imagined the possibility. Then why did you take the job? I was well paid. Very well paid. I think he feels worse about it than I do. The past is hard to escape. Honestly, the sooner I can put this behind me, the better. With apologies to you, of course. Sorry, but it's not going to be quite so easy. He's trying to forget what he made. Looks like I'll have to remind him. I guess I gotta show him the page? He made my badge disappear! Was it this? Whoops, not that. This? One second. Ugh. Alright. Your work. Don't try to pretend you've forgotten. Sure, all you did was make a copy. But that copy might have destroyed the life of an innocent man. I'm responsible too, which is why I have to know. And you have to tell me. I knew it would be difficult to escape this. Then let's talk. Alright, let's talk again. Magnify's diary. Well then, ready to tell me about this work you did? It was unlike anything I had attempted before. I guess it would be a little different from paintings. That's not what I mean. In all my previous work, it sufficed to create a copy. This wasn't a copy? The client gave me 2 things that day. The first was a sample page as reference. The second, a printed document I can only surmise was written by my client. So you use the real writing as a reference to reproduce what the client wrote? Yes. As I said, it was my first job of that nature. So, who was your client? As I said in court, I don't know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met them. Not personally. Uh-oh. Oh, he's only got 2. Cyclops! Of course! It seems like you're still hiding something. Something about this work. Well, let's go ahead and try to do it, I guess. Whoops! I meant to click on the Kerjigger at the top. You're hiding something. Let's hear it then. What are you hiding from me, Mr. Misham? I'm sorry, but I don't really know. I never met the client. True, when I asked the client's name, there was no Cyclops in sight. Regardless, you're hiding something. You have to be, otherwise it wouldn't make any sense. Herm! Why are you doing this to me? You didn't know Einstein was also a painter? Well, he is now! And how are you doing, Shot? Why are you doing this to me? Well, I've made my stand, no backing out now. I didn't read it. So, what is he hiding? Client, the sample, the forger, probably. I can pretty much piece together what it is from what you said. What is it then? You told me that you knew about the client, and I couldn't see any Cyclocks. Psycholocks? Is that some sort of asylum security, or a new hairstyle, perhaps? But then they did show up, didn't they? Who was your client? As I said in court, I do not know. Really? Even for such a suspicious request? Of course, flashbacks from 5 seconds ago! If it was me, I'd want to know as much as I could about the requester. I never met them. Not personally. Not personally. Those words triggered the Psycholock. Again with the Psycholocks. Now I really must know what they are. You okay? Did the computer survive the flood? Yes, my computer's fine. I don't think she got any on my computer. But I'm doing alright. I've had a pretty good day today. And I'm glad you're doing well. Let's see. So you didn't meet with the client, but someone else did. Maybe the real forger behind this evidence? Perhaps I'm hung up on this lock business. But I'm afraid you've lost me. Yeah, well, I didn't come here to talk about Cyclocks. As long as I come to the right conclusion, it doesn't matter how I got there. And your conclusion is? The real forger behind this wasn't you, Mr. Misham. Poppycock. I don't know about what you're talking about. That's my work, I tell you. I'm made here in my studio. Who else could have been but me? That's the real question, isn't it? If the forger wasn't you, then I don't have many other people to choose from. The real forger at Drew's studio is... Tracy! It's him! Alright. Vera! I think. Let me save it. Pretty sure it is. The real forger is your daughter, Vera Misham, isn't it? Ridiculous! My daughter's only 12 years old, Mr. Wright. I've always been more one for landscapes, not surrealism.
I can do the laundry.
Okay. I'll try to remember to put it in the dryer.
Alright.
I love you, babe. Let's see. Not surrealism. Nice comeback, but you're shaking in your boots. I've got you now. The only two people with access to the studio are you and your daughter. The Psycholocks tell me you're not the forger, which makes your daughter the only possibility. I feel very much on the verge of going Psycholock myself. Oh, we did it. Unlock successful. Oh, yay! My health is restored. Magnified's diary. I don't know how you knew, but you're right. The one who made this page was my daughter, Vera, okay. She's only 12, a genius you might call her. A precocious little girl outshining her father. There's been a lot of that going around recently. I let her play in the studio and she watched me. She taught herself in that way. The drafting tools and analytical devices I bought when they became necessary. They're my little girl's playthings now. Ah, do I detect a bit of fatherly pride? So, Vera was the one who made this page. Would she know who the client was then? Actually, the client came once. Here, to the studio. Oh, what? Why didn't you say so sooner? But their face was covered, and they did not want to talk to me. So they talked to your daughter? I will speak only with the artist, the client told me. That little girl might know something about him. I don't think I would let my daughter, a 12-year-old girl, speak with someone who wouldn't even show his face. It's kind of scary. A grown man. Okay, what do I do now? Maybe I should talk to her father a bit more. Or is it time to turn my attention to Vera? Let's talk to Vera. Mr. Misham, I have a request. Let me guess. You'd like to speak with my daughter. Can I? My daughter has never been one to talk to strangers. Well, you let her speak with a man who wouldn't even show his face! She's quite shy. Extremely so, actually. With only one exception. Which was, oddly enough, it was that client. I left the studio while they talked. What? Why would you leave her alone? Ugh. This is just weird. I would not ever do this. I returned when they had finished, and she was laughing. It was the first time I'd seen anything of the sort. Please, let me speak with her. Alright. Uh-oh. This could be tough. They just wanted to talk. That's not suspicious. Can I present her nail polish bottle? No. I think that's supposed to say maybe I'll slide over here, but it says siddle. I don't think that's a word. It's a pretty bottle. Don't touch that, please. Oh, okay, I thought Vera would talk to me about it. Maybe if I talk about the Gramarys. The Mammaries. Check out my Mammaries. And then there's this. My stamp. Hey, she spoke. She can talk. Yeah, so this stamp. How can I keep her talking? Can I have it? I love the frame. Great magicians, aren't they? Isn't Troupe Gramarye amazing? Ah. Yes? Oh. I especially like those two, Zack and Valent. I mean, they're, just so magical! Aren't they? Aren't they? Yeah! Whenever I go to one of their shows, I'm like, whoa, magic! magic, you know? Me too, me too. I love them. They're so cool. It's like magic, yeah. All right, she's talking. Not saying much, but it's a start. I went and saw them with Father the other day. The opening ceremony at the Gramarye Museum of Magic. The Gramarye Museum? They have one of those? Whoa, 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 whoa! It's magic! I guess it makes sense now that they have their own commemorative stamp. So, have you been to one of their shows? Just once, when I was little, with Father. The Gramarye's on stage. It was like a dream. Disappearing, reappearing, cutting apart, putting back together. They do it all. Yeah, maybe you can keep telling me stuff like this. You know, about Zack and Valent, maybe? Oh, sure. Alright, better get asking before she changes her mind. Let's see. I don't go outside much. I like to paint in here. Why don't you like the outside? There's bad people out there. But your father let a bad person in here! Does that make you feel safe? Well, true, but there's lots of good people, too. Actually, I should tell you, she was almost kidnapped once. Kidnapped? Since then, she's been... Well, you can see for yourself. She refuses to leave the house. I see. Wait, but that doesn't make sense. She said she went to the Gramarye Museum. With you, in fact. Yes. Actually, she was quite insistent on it, much to my surprise. That was the first and last time she expressed such a desire to me. That person gave me a good luck charm. A good luck charm? For when I absolutely had to go outside. Yes, apparently she received something. A gift. From that client, actually. She won't tell me what it was. Father, I told you to keep that a secret! From that client, huh? This I have to hear about. The forgeries. So your father tells me you're good at painting all sorts of things. I really like painting. A lot! Father is always very happy when I paint them exactly the same. So you did this too? Oh yes! That was my first job! Your first? All I used to do was paint the same thing I saw. But this was totally different. The pin slips, and the way the writer held the pen and the pressure on the nib. I had to use a microscope and analyze it on the computer. She seems happy now. Odd, her work was the last nail in the Gramarye coffin. I guess no one told her. The stamp. They're the best in the world! Huh? Oh, you mean true Gramarye? Of course! Father gave it to me. Your father? But I asked him about it. He didn't know how you got it. Oh, I guess I just took it. Yeah. Took it? Father got a letter from that person. That person? You mean that letter was from the client? Oh, we talked about the Gramaryes forever that day. I'm sure that's why I was sent that stamp. I didn't want to just send it back, so I took it. They're a sneaky one, this client. So they were trying to get on her good side. Alright, the stamp is updated. The client. So you met the person that asked you to do this job. And you talked with them? What's this about a good luck charm you received? I can't talk about it. Huh? If I do, it won't work anymore. That's what I was told. Yeah, but I really, really have to know. Right. Time to do some psych unlocking. Ugh. I guess let's give it a go. The client. You seem to trust this client. Quite a lot, in fact. Because they gave you this stamp? No, that's not why. They listened to me, to my problem. Problem that keeps her inside all the time? Don't go outside if you don't want to. That's what they told me. But when I would absolutely have to go out, all I had to do was use a good luck charm. A good luck charm? That your client gave you? I think I know what your client might have given you, actually. Is this your good luck charm? We actually do not have that item, so... I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. Alright, I wonder if there's anything else I can show her. I don't think so. Let's look at this. What do you think about this? I think I just made her nervous. I need something to grab her attention. But what? I think the only thing we were supposed to show her was the stamp. Let's go to Meekins first. I think we've got items for his locks. Yeah, we got both items. The disappearing trick. Alright, we already read this yesterday, or not yesterday, but the previous time. And he saw Trucy. God, I hate him. Who was here in the room that day? It was Trucy. Take that! Sir, I've never seen that girl until just the other day. Mr. Meekins, I'm not buying it. Sir! Sir, that day she was here in the room, sir. But he wasn't. You mean you chased her into this room? And not him? Sir, in my days as a police officer, literally days, I learned a thing or two. Okay, just one thing, but it was how not to mistake a girl for a 7-foot-tall magician. You hate him too, you can't believe you long for Ms. Oldbag. I don't know if we see her ever again. You have a point. I find it hard to imagine that anyone would mistake a little girl for Zack. But you saw something, and therein lies the trick. I think you know what it was, Mr. Meekins. Tell me, does this trick look familiar? And that is Mr. Hat. The amazing Mr. Hat. Oh, what's the check? Oh, okay. What's that? That girl's favorite trick, the amazing Mr. Hat. She used it in her show at the Wonder Bar. Have you been to the Wonder Bar? So, it wasn't a waking dream, was it, sir? Come again? That night on stage, I saw a vision. Except, it wasn't a vision. It was a hat. An amazing Mr. Hat! He really exists! The vanishing trick. I remember it clearly, though the details are a little vague. Zack Gramarye exited the courtroom. I gave chase and cornered him in the corner room. Zack Gramarye! Don't even think you can escape Meekins! Down on your hands! Floor on your head! Hello? Something the matter, mister? No. That is... Sir! I'm currently chasing a suspect, sir! Zack Gramarye, do you know him? Oh, I love Zack Gramarye. His magic is the best. I'm his biggest fan. I see. That's why you're wearing that costume you're wearing. Anyway, that very same Zach came into this room. But no one's been in here except me. But he has to be in here somewhere. Under the sofa, in the trash can, behind the painting, under the rug. So, Trucy was his accomplice. Imagine my astonished surprise when 1 week later, I just happened to walk into a bar and see him! Mr. Hat. I couldn't believe my own eyes. For a while I thought it had been all... I thought it had all been a long dream. A dream that lasted a week? But it wasn't the magician who disappeared. It was Mr. Hat! Sniffle, sniffle. Trick vanishes. Though it seems complex, what really happened that day was quite simple. You were standing by the door, and out came Zach. But that wasn't all. Another person got in on the act, and she was standing in front of lobby number 2. Along with Mr. Hat. And that's the beauty of it, isn't it? So, while you were standing in shock and amazement at the magician rounds the corner, and most likely runs through the closest door into lobby number 1, this is where you come in. You turn the corner in rather lukewarm pursuit, and at that very moment, Trucy runs into lobby number 2. Then, all she has to do is tuck away the amazing Mr. Hat. Sir, I only lost sight of him for the briefest of moments. Then I saw that cape, Zach Gramarye's red cape, fluttering like a cape. Astounding, sir! All my days of posing queries and making inquiries and chasing quarries instead. It was as if I could see them melting away like an ice cream cone left by the side of the road to die, or the scattered remains of a messily eaten chocolate parfait. Such sweet sorrow. I'm sorry. I had no idea how much you'd suffered on account of this case. It's an honor, sir! I've apologized to people many, many times, sometimes more than once. But this is the first time anyone's ever apologized to me! Actually, about that girl. I'm sort of her guardian now. Is that so? Sir! You should know that I harbor no ill feelings whatsoever in my harbor. Okay. I let the defendant escape. That's the stone cold truth. Just another step on my way from singing the blues to wearing the blues. Someday, sir, I'll be standing side by side with the great Detective Guamshu. Mr. Meekins? This is a free ticket to the show at the Wonder Bar. If you want, it's an honor, sir! Sir! I can't count the number of things I've had taken from me, sir! But no one's ever given me anything for free! Right! I'll see you in court next time then, sir! I look forward to it. Even though I'm no longer an attorney. All eyes were on Zach Gramarye that day in court until his mysterious disappearance. Now part of the mystery has been revealed, but the magician remained out of sight. It would be 7 years before I met him again. Alright, we're done with this one. I think? Yeah. Okay, and it unlocked something in present day. Well, let's go back and look at, let's go back to the detention center. He said, "Great detective." Obviously, we've yet to meet this Mr. Guamshu. I can't wait to see who he is. He must be amazing. Mr. Guamshu. Bum, ba, da, bum, 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 Oh, he's got 4. Well, let's see how this goes. This may actually be the very last thing we have to do. Trick up his sleeve. I'm flying by the seat of my pants on this one. There must be a path leading from the evidence to the truth. And that's what I'm going to find. So to ask someone to take a life even when not long for this world. That's asking someone to commit murder. Yes, our mentor was fond of dramatic moves. And dramatic finales. And he got his wish. His life was taken. What weakness could be so powerful as to coerce someone into committing murder? My guess is it was a matter of life or death. Care to explain? Your troop lived in a world of showmanship. The flashier the better. The flashier so often means danger! Alright, what is the danger? What is the gun?
Take that!
Why, that's one of ours! Especially designed for your show, I gather. A single bullet, one shot. What are you suggesting? We are magicians, Mr. Wright, not murderers. I'm not crying murder, Mr. Valent. I'm crying something far more tragic. An accident. Zack and Valent's quick draw shoot 'em. How long has it been since those were last heard? Was the shooting canceled because someone might get hurt? Of course. What other reason could there be? Well, it could have been canceled because someone had already been hurt. Fascinating, my Faustian forging friend. But tell me, what can you prove with a single pistol? Tell me, what would have happened if there had been an accident? What if one of your bullets had taken a life on stage? The performance of magic is not concerned with what ifs. It is concerned with precision. Precisely whom do you claim we shot? Looks like I've chosen the right path. Let's hope he walks it with me. Alright. Oh yeah, it's in the locket. Let's save it, just to make sure.
Take that!
But that's... Zack Gramory's wife and Trucy's mother. Thalassa, I believe was her name. Ah! Alakazam! But how can you say this? How can you say she was struck by one of our bullets? Still in denial mode, eh? Thalassa was at the greatest risk of being shot, and this clearly shows just how much danger she was in. Okay, I don't think we have this. It's the gun again! Alright, I don't think we've got it. I must not be as good as Mr. Guamshu. Let's go to the Borscht Bowl Club. Sorry, I was looking at something. Present day Borscht Bowl Club. I'll be taking my leave now. Still have some work to do back at the office. And I guess I'll go back to my piano. To be honest, it's better when you aren't playing. This frigid culinary dungeon almost feels comfortable. Later then. 2 hours left on my shift. Wonder if we'll get any customers tonight. Ahem. Do you know who I am? Who I am? No, but if you hum it, I can play it. Just kidding. I don't do requests. How about a different sort of request? You see, I play cards. Oh, a customer. I was just hoping someone would come in and save me from a night at the Keys. I seek a true competition. I've heard the Borscht Bowl Club is the place for this. Now I see the rumor is true. And this is a friend of yours? Ugh! So he was there too? Ah, don't mind me. I'm just your friendly neighborhood newsman. Ah, he will not be playing tonight. When his business is finished, I shall send him home. This competition will be between us, no others. The Right Talent Agency represents 2 artists, and I'm number 2. I play piano. Well, sort of. It's actually just a front from my real talent, which is playing poker. Don't ask me how I got started. I don't remember. But I'm good. Real good. It didn't take long for rumors to get around. Go to the Borscht Bowl Club if you want a real game. That guy's never lost. People don't come to hear me tickle the ivory. They come to watch me play cards. Is this a seedy poker club? No, it's a restaurant. We don't play for high stakes. There's no money involved. But real players carry cash, and they're always thirsty. It's a handy source of income for the club owner. Then let's compete. I'll take you to the room. The hideout, yes. But before we go... Yes? Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Shady Smith. Oh, and I'm Brushel, Spark Brushel, news reporter! Oh, I'm... No, Phoenix Wright. Huh? You must always look a man in the eye when you make your introductions. You still do not know who I am? Have we met? Ah! Today in this courtroom, you cannot declare me guilty. What are you talking about? I'm talking about this! Goodbye. Mr. Enigmar! The defendant's escaped! Find him, quick! Bailiff, close all exits from the building! On the double! He must not be allowed to escape. You can't be. Wait, you're... Zach Gramarye? Yes! The reincarnation act of the century. Pity I have only an audience of 1. You. Zach Gramarye? This must be a bad dream. In a sense, this guy ruined my life. You there. Da? We will play soon. Ready the room. Da, I will be preparing the hideout for you. The real poker don't start until we get to the strip club. Do they do that at strip clubs? I've never been to a strip club, but I've never heard of them playing poker at strip clubs. And they're 2 men. You can't say they're playing strip poker. I mean, you could, and I would be a little excited, but I'm sure that's not what you mean. Are you really him, the Zach Gramarye? Now I am Shady Smith. Remember this. How many years has it been now? 6? In exactly 3 days from now, it will be 7. I caused you so much inconvenience, I fear. Yeah, you could say that. Is she well? Trucy, I mean. She's fine. I've got her working already, hope you don't mind. I hardly need to express my gratitude, but you have it. This is why I have come. That and to settle a matter of cards. By which you mean poker? Those eyes, he's serious. You think Brushel is the worst of them all, though? Ugh! There's just so many cringy characters. There was some weirdo calling himself a doctor, and I think he was the worst. Someone calling himself a doctor? I don't remember that person, I guess. Those eyes, he's serious. I despise losing above all else. And so I have decided that I will win tonight, no matter what it takes. I know this guy's type, and they're dangerous. Everything's about the competition. All else is secondary. Perhaps we should take this time to talk before we play. I know you have much to ask me. And I, you. Oh, okay, we get to talk to him now. Not as excited as Double Escapement, probably. Where's that Guam shoe? Let's make it a three-way poker. Or include the postman also. Let's look around. Let's check out the grape juice. This grape juice? Is it refreshing? I usually drink too much and it ends up making me thirsty. Oh, Mr. Wright. There's something inside that bottle. Huh? It's my business card. You aren't surprised at all. Perhaps you don't like magic. I sure felt surprised. Maybe I had my poker face on. One of the restaurant tables. This one's closest to the piano. Which makes it the hardest to eat at, I hear. On days when I'm playing, that is. What do you think about ukulele? The sound is slight, the annoyance curtailed. A ukulele in a Russian restaurant? Then you must go to a Hawaiian restaurant. Hawaiian shirts don't go with my complexion. Wah! I give up. It was back when we were looking for Maya. Somebody said they were a doctor. I don't remember. Let's see, what else? Oops. There's really not much to look at here. I think the piano is the only other thing. I must say, it comes as quite a surprise. I never knew you played. I'd do anything else if I could, believe me. Oh yeah, there's something you could help me with. Do you think you can make that piano disappear? It'd help out in a lot of ways, really. Wow! You say the funniest things with the straightest face. People always tell me that. Except I wasn't joking. Let's see. Let's talk. Do I have anything on my person? Why am I carrying this stuff around after 7 years? Okay. We're still carrying stuff around. The meaning of competition. We competed that day 7 years ago too. Ah, yes. You must have been surprised. Called to the detention center out of the blue. 2. 1. Showdown time. I lost. It's only a game of poker. A game I've played for a long time, and only lost twice. Who was the first? The man I killed, of course. You chose your defense attorneys by playing poker. Some are hired, others fired. When you compete, you see a man's true nature. You know what I speak of. I know that you do. Trucy's power? Trucy? She's in a class of her own. For 7 years I've played poker here at the Borscht Bowl Club. And I've never lost once. I'm good, but not that good. I win because whenever there's a big game, I bring in Trucy. And she sends me signals. Daddy, he's got a good hand. You might have a chance if you act quick. Better call him soon. Can you tell me what her power is? Judging a person's thoughts by reading their reactions is a staple of performance magic. But those of Trucy's line possess a far greater skill. Her line? Recall, you were the second man to whom I've lost. Magnify Gramarye. That was the first time I learned of this power, as you call it. Wait, so you're saying her power is genetic? It's just in the Gramarye blood or something? Blood. Oh, now he's got Cyclops. I'm sorry, but it is not something told lightly to outsiders. And it is nothing you need to know at this time. It's some kind of Gramarye secret, then? Fine. About Trucy. She's 15 this year? She's still trying her best to follow in your footsteps, you know. I see. People love this game so much. People have drawn like every single major scene ever in one of these games. What? Really? That's pretty cool. When I played my disappearing act, it was the thought of her alone that gave me pause. Wait, you were planning on vanishing from the get-go? Yes, and for that I must apologize. However, I could not be found guilty that day. Because of this. This? A transferal of rights. You see the signature? A transferal? That's Magnify Gramarye's signature, isn't it? I hereby give all rights to the secret staging and performance of my magic to the recipient named below. And the recipient's name is you, Zack Gramarye. Yes, it is I. Wait, this page looks torn. You recall the diary, yes? First, take a close look at this diary. And note that a page has clearly been ripped out. As it just so happens, I have here what I believe to be the missing page. Wait, let me see that. How could I forget? That scrap of paper lost me my attorney's badge. This is the real page that was torn from the book. Magnify gave it to me that night. You could have told me this earlier, like 7 years earlier? Once again, I must apologize. It was all I could do to prepare for my escape from the courtroom. Transferal of rights. The greatest of Magnify Gramarye's illusions are true art. As such, they are well protected by this document. Only its bearer may perform his illusions on stage. Sounds like a pretty important thing to have if you're his disciple. As the rightful heir to his art, I too wanted a rightful heir. Rightful? Like for these fake Wikipedia sites, I don't think they like screenshots at those places, but everywhere you could put a screenshot, there's an actual drawing someone made of the scene. Well, there are, there's an HD remake where it is drawings of every scene. That might be what you're looking at. They did a remaster or something where they redrew everything. That might be what you're looking at. Rightful. I'm sure you know who I chose as my successor. Your daughter. That's why I risked all to come here tonight. Brushel. Sir! Ah, here you go. What's this? A letter passing the rights I have inherited to Trucy. I was thinking Lacey and Trucy. I would have you sign here as a witness. But I'm not a lawyer anymore. And you need a public notary besides. Ah, I may not look it, but I am a certified notary. You are? By day, I wear notary's glasses and hunt for news. Also by day, I wear reporter's glasses and notarize. When I take off the glasses, I can't see very well. Your signature, please. This is the first reason I've come here tonight. Transfer of rights. Added. Ah, I finally figured it out. Now I know why you've come out of hiding only now. It's been 7 years, you said. Precisely. 7 years! There's a law that covers your situation. After 7 years, missing persons are considered to be legally deceased. So if someone was to vanish from the face of the earth 7 years ago, They would lose all rights as a living person after the 7 years from that day. Not to mention all of their possessions. Exactly, which is why I am here. I risk showing my face in public for the sake of the document. Before my 7 years are up. You might say I am securing my daughter's inheritance. But do you really need this document? Wouldn't Trucy inherit your estate automatically? Not in this case, I'm afraid. This case? Yes, I received the performance rights from Magnify Gramarye. However, this was done in secret without witnesses. Before Magnify died, 2 potential successors to his repertoire were named. Myself, Zack Gramarye, and Valent Gramarye. Not Trucy. I see. So you do need this document. I have known Brushel since before I vanished. He is a man I trust. Ugh. Now only 3 know of my rebirth. I took the liberty of looking into Trucy's background, and found you had no other close kin. It is as you say. Okay. I was kind of hoping you'd say something about the mother at this point. I know everyone else, but Trucy's mother is a mystery. Maybe if we show him the locket. Oh, what was it? Where'd it... Ah! Where'd it go? Oh, no, come back. It's like 1 pixel. There we go. So this is Trucy's mother, Thalassa. She's pretty. I can picture her on stage with Zack. Still, she looks like a down-to-earth type too. I guess Trucy takes after her. Alright, let's... This person in the photo is Trucy's mother? How did you come by this? Trucy showed it to me. She said her mother was gone. Then it is so. Huh? She is gone, but more is there to say. Lots? Ah, I know. Whoa, you're still here! According to my in-depth research, Trucy's mother, Magnify Gramarye's only daughter, end quote. What? Magnify's daughter? Is that true, Mr. Zack? Brushel, you say too much. What am I, the bad guy? What? Why am I the bad guy? Why? Zack decked him. In any case, Mr. Wright, this discussion is over. Thalassa Gramarye, she's the most mysterious of the whole lot. I need to gather some more evidence, clearly. Well, the prelude may have been longer than the main attraction. Shall we begin our game? My final competition? Final? Why? As you said, I've come out of hiding today to make this document legally binding. Once that is done, I shall slip once more underground. Without seeing your daughter? It would be best if I did not. 7 years ago we played. 7 years ago I lost. I already lost to Magnify. I do not care to lose to another. And I've heard that you never lose. It's just a rumor. Yes, for it is impossible to never lose, unless one has an ace up one's sleeve. As a magician, it causes me no end of irritation to think a mere lawyer might be out there pulling the wool over so many eyes. Hey, I just signed your document for you. Maybe you could try lightening up? That was that. This is this. For my final competition, I will destroy your perfect record, Phoenix Wright. This will be my final performance. You are warned. This guy is beyond serious. So much for a fun evening of cards. Brushel, you may leave. Ah, but it's your last game. I mean, what a scoop! I punch and I punch, but still it is not enough. I just remembered a prior engagement. Toodles, gentlemen! Oh, and nice meeting you, Piano Man. Then let us begin. Dealer! Da? You will be witness to our competition. Da, it is honor for me. Why haven't I seen her around here before? Ah, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe is his name. You know him? After a fashion. Listen, Phoenix Wright. One can learn much from a true competition. Remember this. Oh, did we finish this? Grammary power. I was close to understanding it, but I needed more. And I knew where to get it. Trucy's mother. And I need to meet that reporter again. That was clear. And one other thing. From the moment my final competition with Zack began that night, a name was running through my head. The name of a man now in prison. A name Zack Grammary knew, but how and why? That can't be completed. We never did the Cyclops. Okay, yeah, it's not. Solitary cell 13. Alright, let's go to this next cell, I suppose. Let me go ahead and save it. It's been a while. So much talking! Present day Central Prison, Solitary Cell 13. Well, well, isn't this an unexpected surprise? What errand brings you down to my cramped confines? Gavin. Is this your idea of revenge, Phoenix Wright? Revenge for the events that took away your attorney's badge 7 years ago? My past is like my logic, straight and true. Nothing's changed. All I did was point the finger of justice in the proper direction. Fine. I'm glad we could have this little tete-a-tete, right? I think that's how you say that. You look well, Phoenix Wright. You too, Gavin. Let's look around. It's strange, you know? Here I am in solitary, and yet the books keep piling up. Looks like you've got more than books up there. Ah yes, my collection. I have a few friends on the prison staff. They show me a little kindness. Just a little? This is a lot of kindness. Nice roses. You taking care of this one here? Ah yes, she's surprisingly delicate, you know. Requires careful tending, but she is my best friend, as they say. Best? Come on, now I'm starting to feel bad for you. Oh? Of course, she's known to bite if handled roughly. Your rose bites? I was speaking of the photo next to the rose. My retriever, Vongo? I don't know how to say that. Cute but feisty. Every dog has its thorn. That's some chair. Just looking at it makes me want to take a seat. You'd probably have to add a whole digit to the price of one of my office chairs. In here, a comfortable chair is the most valuable thing in the world. You thought he was talking about a girl? Nope. You'd have to add two digits to the price of the standard prison issue chair for this. Those prison chairs don't look so bad either. Maybe I should redecorate. What? That envelope's been bothering me since I came in here. It's not nice to peek at other people's mail. You get mail here in jail? That I do, though they read it first, apparently. Still, I'm allowed the pleasure of correspondence. Packages and the like are a different matter, however. Looks like sneaking a peek is out of the question. Alright. Wait, can I look out the window? No. Let's talk. Gavin's murder. Life has been full of surprises for both of us. I've no doubt you never expected to lose that attorney's badge of yours. And I'll bet you never expected to wind up here. Shady Smith was the name of the man you killed. Did you know who he really was? Who he was? Zach Gramery. You know, the defendant. I remember him, of course. But you say Smith was Zach? Impossible. Don't even try to tell me it was a coincidence. What did I just say? Life is full of surprises, don't you think? After that trial, you were arrested and found guilty, but your motive was never made clear. A mistake I plan to remedy. You're not an attorney anymore, Phoenix Wright. What possible conclusion do you think this investigation of yours can lead to? I killed a man named Smith with a bottle because I am an evil human being. Isn't that enough? Not for me, it isn't. I need to know why you did it, Gavin. 7-year-old case. You recall that case 7 years ago? Ah yes, the trial where Zach Gramery pulled his famous vanishing act. My brother won his fair share of praise and adoration for that trial, as I recall. Genius prosecutor reveals crooked attorney, was it? That was when I met you, wasn't it? Or was it now? The Bar Association the Bar Association Review Board voted unanimously for the strictest punishment. Unanimous, save for one dissenting opinion. Yours. It was my brother who was responsible for putting you in that position, after all. For 7 years we've been friends. And yet, I still don't understand you. But right, your friendship towards me was never pure. You suspected me then, as you still do now, don't you? Honestly, right now, I'm not sure what I think. Reason for murder. You didn't just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. Tell me why you did it. Persistent, aren't you? I came here because I remembered something. The night of our game, Zach Gramery mentioned your name, Gavin. Ah, that reminds me. I saw a familiar face as I entered this restaurant. He did not seem to notice me, however. Gavin, I believe his name was. After that, he was killed, and I asked you to help me. Because I remembered your kindness back when everyone had turned on me. I seemed to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit him. Hard. Me? Please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that. I have to know. Why did you kill Shady Smith? No. Zach Gramery. More Cyclops! I love it! Oh my god, they're black. Whoa, I have never seen Cyclops like these. Dark, cold, full of despair. Can I even unlock these things? Something wrong, right? No, it's nothing. You shouldn't push yourself so hard. Life is to be taken easy, you know. He's doing his nails. Oh, it's on the thingy now. you're thinking, what self-respecting man would use nail polish? Not really. I know appearances are a big thing with you. You know what I say. One cannot live a beautiful life without beautiful nails. First rate in all things, except nothing less. That certainly does look like a first-rate nail polish. I like the sparkly bottle. It's crystal. If you're so drawn to it, please have one. It's on me. Alright, we got the nail polish. Now we can show it to, what's her face? Vera. Over here in the... I don't know how we take something from the future and go to the past, but... Let's do this! Do I talk to her or... Oh yeah. Whoops! Ah, I should have pushed the Magatama. I love her little sketchbook. The client. You seem to trust this client quite a lot. Because they gave you the stamp? No, that's not why. They listened to me. They gave me a good luck charm. What did they give you? I think this is your good luck charm. Ah, thank you for the host. I am a Beast 312. I really appreciate it. I don't know what I was trying to say. Don't you think about time travel? It might cause a paradox that could destroy the entire universe, or maybe merely our own galaxy. Alright, this is the good luck charm.
Take that!
This was what they gave you, wasn't it? Ah! The same bottle's over there on your desk. Your good luck charm, right? Ah! I heard once. Cosmetics were once thought to ward off evil. This is a magic bottle. It has the power. Ah, of course it does. I'll just refrain from commenting anymore on that one. And I think you're Evan, right? I think so. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. Let's see, I think I know who gave you the bottle, actually. The one who asked you to do this job. Was this the client? Apollo! This man is a friend of mine. Do you know him? His name is Christoph Gavin. He's a lawyer, actually. I promised. I promised not to tell. Yeah, Evan is Beast, yeah. I knew it! It's been a while. How are you doing? I don't know if I said that or not. The client. Can't wait to change your name back. I'm sorry, I can't talk about the client, I promised. And if I break my promise, the spell won't work. I don't need a name anymore, I've got my answer. You're pretty confident in this charm, then. I think they might be the devil. Huh? Or maybe an angel? Well, what do you mean? I saw it. Or I think I saw it when they gave me this. I saw the devil's face. Are you saying the client's face looked like the devil's? No, the client was gentle, with a gentle smile. So where did you see this devil, then? It was so quick, I don't remember well. But that's when I knew that person wasn't like the other people. That's why I believed in my good luck charm. I'm not sure what this devil she saw was, but it's pretty clear that Christoph Gavin has her charmed. Well, I think that's all I'll be leaving now. I'm sorry for what happened. If you want to apologize, try my client, Zach Gramarye. Did I do something bad? What makes you think that? Your eyes, they're sad. Very sad. I'll put on my smile next time I come, I promise. If you saw the devil, you'd probably remember it very clearly. I hope to see you smile then too, Vera. Oh, okay. Take care. Thinking back on my first encounter with the young forger, I witnessed something of vital importance that day. Of course, by the time I realized it, it was already too late. Alright, I think that one's completed. Yeah, but we still don't have the stuff for the detention center. Has nothing new popped up? What else would I do? I don't think I can go to these other places. I don't know where I would go. Let's see. Gramarye's secret. Did I already try to do his Cyclops? I don't know. Zach's signature. I'm sure he's written it many times, being an ex-star and all. I bet there's plenty of people out there who'd kill for a Zach Gramarye autograph. Alright, let's try to do his Cyclops. I don't know if we did or not. I think we did, but I don't remember what he asked. Oh, there's 3. The Gramarye's secret. I have to know more about this power of Trucy's. It's like she can see right into people's minds. The first time I saw her do it, it blew mine. And after you were done having your mind blown, you took her to play cards with you. Gotta use the resources at hand, I always say. Yet I myself have no such power, but Trucy does. Why is that? Maybe Trucy got her power from her mother? Thalassa Gramarye? I will not speak of that! Thalassa is officially missing, correct? And I think I know why you don't want to talk about her. Let me see it. You're not gonna say anything regarding that mess up? Good. Is it this? The 3 of you were a team once. Not that the entire country doesn't already know this. At your peak, you were the biggest stars around. Yet there's another story behind the frame, one that not many know. Thalassa lost her life during a rehearsal to you and Valiant Gramarye's bullets. It was an accident. It wasn't me. How could I shoot my dear Thalassa? I'm sure Valiant would say the same thing. Why, it's just like another murder I might mention. Damn you. Her eyes. I loved Thalassa's eyes. To think they could read my mind was frightening. Yet there was a warmth in them that felt like an embrace. She's dead, and Magnify Gramarye has joined her. So the only one with her power left now is Trucy? Mr. Zach? I do not know. I don't need any power to see through that one, buddy. What lawyer yells, "Take that," then starts to talk to the person in a calm way? Well, technically he's not a lawyer at this point. He's had his attorney's badge taken away. There's someone else other than Trucy. Someone who inherited Thalassa's power. Ha! Ha! How would I know? My chances are slim. It would take a miracle to learn the truth. Or maybe one has already occurred. There is someone else with the power, and I know who. Gavin! No. This boy? His name is... I forget. Something weird. Who could he be? An attorney. Attorney? I noticed him when I went to visit a friend's law offices. So, what are we to make of this? Oh, great ex-attorney. You can show me pictures of strange boys all you like. But you could at least say something like, I'm this boy. I could use a laugh. Perhaps you wouldn't laugh if you knew the facts. This might not be 100% proof, but it's close. There's a link between this boy and Thalassa. Actually, it's more of a ring. A ring? Perhaps this will refresh your memory. I just so happen to have evidence showing this missing link. I don't. Oh wait, is it here? Let me look at this. No. I don't think I've got what I need. I may not have enough evidence right now to pull this off. Maybe it's time to do a little more legwork. What else do I do? I've talked to everybody. Well, I haven't tried Gavin's locks yet. Let's go back to Gavin. Oh. Oh, I can't. It doesn't give me the option. I can just brain a guy with a juice bottle for no reason. We're almost done. Like, as soon as we're done with this weird thing that we're doing, we go back to court for like a couple things and then it's over. Seem to be in a lot of trouble. Something like that. Whoa! Is this the last game? No, there are 2 more. And there's also the Professor Layton and Phoenix Wright game. Let's see. I still need to finish that. Ah, I really need to. It's so funny. I don't know what to do now. We've talked to everybody. Is there anything over here left? Oops, I didn't mean to do that, but okay. What was, I don't think I've got what he needs either. Let's just start presenting crap and see if people say things. Oh wait, let me look at this. Ariadone. I've heard of that brand, and this must be the brand symbol. It's supposed to be some kind of flower. Wait, no. Maybe it's a hand? Wait, on second thought, is that an eagle? Who makes these things up, anyway? You'd think they'd try for a clear symbol, at least. Mr. Valiant, could you look at this for me, please? I accept your challenge. Challenge? I'm gonna make it disappear. Is this the first game? No, this isn't the first game. This is the fourth? This is the fourth. There are 6 major games. And then there's a couple side games. I'm pretty sure I've shown him all this stuff previously. I remember showing him the gun, I think. I don't think this is anything we need here. Well, I'm not gonna... I take like a short break between them and come back to it when I feel like it. I don't have any means of streaming from my 3DS, but the last 2 have been released recently on the iPad, and I can stream from my iPad. So, I don't know, maybe I'll do like a drawing request stream for tips or something and buy the iPad version. I don't think it's even all that expensive. It's like $15? I don't know. For each one, so I guess it's 30 together. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll get it for my birthday. My birthday is next month. Yay! Let's see. What could I possibly use envelope for? Whoops. I didn't mean to do that, but... Well, I wanted to do that, but I kind of did it without thinking, I guess. I guess let's go back here. Did we even try his... Oh, yeah, I did. We did. I did that like 5 minutes ago. I said the exact same thing. We needed the bracelet. I'm using an emulator right now, but there is not an emulator, or at least not a very good one, for the 3DS. This is a DS game, which was easier to emulate, I guess. I haven't a clue where I go with this envelope. Maybe I show it to Gavin. I haven't showed everything to Gavin. Let's show everything to him, too, as well. Mr. Zach, could you tell me about this? Mr. Wright, we meet for the first time in 7 years, and you offer me this? Please. It wasn't a present. This guy's hard as a shell. Probably won't get a rise out of him unless I show him something really interesting. The electronic you would bring on long car rides. Yes. Although for me it was a Game Boy, the original Game Boy. That's what I used when I was little. Could you tell me about this? No, you could not. We already did this though. You still have Kingdom Hearts on it. Was that Chain Memories or something like that? I don't remember. I didn't play any of the side games for Kingdom Hearts. Was that the pistol? I'm not even paying attention. Oh. 2.0. Is that different from Kingdom Hearts 2, which was a PlayStation 2 game? Oh, I think the Chain Memories was a Game Boy Advance game. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't pay much attention to those. Alright, let's show things to Gavin. The music is perfect. I know, I love the music in this game. Yeah, for what I was doing. What do you think about this, Gavin? I hardly need remind you that I'm not a free man. I care little about the outside world, save advances in chair technology. No information forthcoming there, I guess. Ah, come on. I don't know what to do! If none of this sparks anything, then I guess I'll go ahead and just take a break and do something else for 15 minutes. I really had to wait for this stupid animation. Did I show that pink envelope to, Valent? Why is he repeatedly killing himself? I don't know, he's doing some kind of weird gestures, like, I don't know. He does look like he's killing himself. I guess nobody really talks about evidence, really. That man is depressed. Well, he is in jail. Solitary confinement. I've got this feeling that we've got enough for Valent's psych logs, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know what we would show him for the third one, I think? Go ahead and save here, and if we can't get this psych logs taken care of, then we're just going to do something else. Pow 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 pow. When Phoenix goes... What do you think that's... Let's see, when Phoenix goes, what do you think about that? Think about this, it's me whenever someone told me to do something and one up them. I have a PS4? Yes, I have a PS4. I've never played Metal Gear Solid 5. I absolutely love the PlayStation 1 Metal Gear Solid. And it's the only one I've ever been able to play and beat. Like, I've tried so hard to play the other ones, and it's just, I don't know, it's not the same. So it's like super difficult. When I met my husband, I watched him play them. And we played 2 and 3, and I bought the 4th one, but we never played it. We took turns playing, and every time I played, I couldn't last more than 5 minutes. No matter what I tried, I could not survive. It's free on the PS Store now. I do have PS Plus, but I don't know. I might get it. I don't really have a lot of room. We have a lot of the free monthly games already. Still in denial mode. This shows how much danger she was in. She's dead? I don't know. What? See, I don't think I have this. I don't have anything that shows how much danger she was in. I don't know, is it a gun again? The guns are pretty dangerous. Okay, yeah. I haven't a clue, so... I think we're gonna go ahead and do something else for now.